What you need to know is that quarterbacks are the equivalent of a business manager on the team. The quarterback is the equivalent of the business manager on the team, the leader of the team. He's the most direct communicator with the coach. The quarterbacks do have a ton of responsibility, plays, and a quarterback has to know the plays, and they have to know not only like a wide receiver knows what he has to do, right? But a quarterback has to know what every wide receiver and tight end and running back coming out the field, also pass protections and things like that. It does take a greater scope of intelligence to play the quarterback position. In my experience in the workforce, I've had, even in places where the employment was predominantly, the employees were predominantly black, the majority, vast majority of my managers are always white, right? And then sometimes they have like a little general assistant manager to kind of handle the dirty work and kind of handle the intimate details of controlling the brothers or whatever like that. So, I don't want to get too deep into that, but that is the way. I'm just speaking from my experience, like it or not. I don't know. I don't care. So, basically, the quarterbacks are all white. Basically, the quarterbacks were all white. You know what I mean? Basically, the quarterback is a white man's position. If you look at it, the quarterback is a white. And I love white people. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. My first girlfriend was Italian, and I still got love for her. So, I'm not coming at that angle. I'm just observing. A lot of former players, a lot of former quarterbacks, a lot of current quarterbacks, but mostly former quarterbacks that find their way into the announcing booths, analysts, things like that. You could sense, basically, to break it down to the most basic thing of you're sensing is fear. It's like, really, all the skilled positions, if you think about all the skilled positions, the majority of them are African American, right? So, and quarterback is like the one position they hold on to. It's like hockey is the one sport that you feel safe. You can be white and feel safe that you got a good chance to get be a star or whatever. But in the NFL, the quarterback is traditionally or predominantly, put it that way, predominantly a white position. So you could sense these quarterbacks feeling that tradition being upset, feeling threatened. You can see that going on. And to kind of balance it out, they throw this, they throw out the too scared to stay in the pocket, can't read they question black quarterbacks' intelligences. Really, the word, you will never see an analyst state a black guy and a white guy. They can't do that. They won't hold their job. Jimmy the Greek, he proved that. You know what I'm saying? You can't really break it down. Kind of true. Jimmy the Greek got fired. He's a guy in like the 80s. They worked for CBS, and he got fired for saying black athletes are more athletic because of the way their hams were built and up to their butt, like the way their muscles were built. And he got fired, but what he said was absolutely true. Jimmy the Greek to me shouldn't have got fired. I don't think he said it in a way where he was trying to insult anyone. Like, he was just being truthful, and that's the spirit I'm trying to come in now. These are the catchwords. Instead of saying black and white quarterbacks, now you'll hear athletic versus intelligent versus courageous versus or stable in the pocket versus emotional or instability in the pocket. You won't hear black and white. You'll hear stability versus instability. You'll hear athletic versus intelligent. Those are the code words nowadays. So, and these code words, Mike Vick really opened up that type of dialect, that type of dialect. and those type of conversations. Because before, there was no need to have those conversations. While people were actually criticizing Mike Vick, and you get the drama, and you actually get a tone, basically if that's what you hear all the doggone time, basically you develop a tone, and that kind of tone was kind of trying to represent Mike Vick. You know what I mean? But in real life, in real life, yo, these offensive coordinators started looking for more athletic quarterbacks. Mike Vick actually changed the game. He actually changed the position. He changed the position. So anyways, that's before I actually wanted to start. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the background about Mike Vick. You got the brothers love Mike Vick too. The brothers get real excited over Mike Vick. I know, like I said, he wasn't my favorite, but brothers get excited about Mike Vick. And I mean, even when you watch him, just as a football fan, you get excited about Mike Vick. You know what I'm saying? And it's my opinion. I guess this will be an opinion, perhaps. But it seems like reasons to celebrate that were really downplayed. You know what I'm saying? Downplayed and changed into this intellect versus athlete kind of thing going on. But Mike Vick changed. You get your Vince Youngs being drafted. You get all these athletic quarterbacks being drafted. Even my favorite team right now, the Buffalo Bills, Kirkpatrick, or Fitzpatrick. Yeah, Fitzpatrick, the starting quarterback from Harvard. Intelligent. But that dude will jet out the pocket in a hot minute and get away with it because the quarterback position has been redefined, and that happened through Mike Vick. Now, let's get to where I wanted to start the story off. I really wanted to start the story off, to set it off. That's the dude Mike Vick is. You know what I'm saying? Mike Vick was the first and all that. So he had his career, and then in 2007, you know, at the height of his career, prime of his career, he's, in my opinion, the best athlete in the league. You know what I'm saying? He's the best. He's who you pay to watch football. He's who you want to see. I mean, if you like good football, you want to see some Mike Vick. You know what I mean? So much, in fact, if he was not such a good quarterback, and he, you know, even you hear today, Mike Vick really wasn't a great quarterback in his early days. Please, this dude was handed the biggest contract in NFL history. The biggest. Let's go to my stats here. In 2007, he was offered he signed a 10-year contract worth $130 million plus a $37 million signing bonus. Not only was he the highest paid player in football he was one of the highest paid athletes in sports ever. He was like second behind some car racing dude. And the car racers get paid a lot. You know what I'm saying? They are the highest paid athletes. But they're not athletes. But so anyways, I got stats on that. Compared in 2007, Peyton Manning was getting $98 million for 7 years plus $34.5 million in bonuses. Vick's contract was better than that. And Peyton Manning, as you know, is portrayed as the ultimate quarterback. He stays in the pocket, very super intelligent. I mean, the same announcers and analysts that question Mike Vick's stability in the pocket, courage in the pocket, intelligence in reading, Peyton Manning is a god. You know what I'm saying? Peyton Manning is a god. I laugh because it's so obvious that people act like they don't see it. Peyton Manning is a great quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks ever, actually. But in the same breath, he don't even get with Tom Brady. So we're gonna leave that. But Peyton Manning was being made to be the best quarterback in the NFL, and it kind of tied in. Again, we go back to where sports are used as social tools to control the population, and the Peyton thing was kind of like also being spun into a genetic thing because you got his father and you got his brother Eli playing in New York. Eli's all right. He ain't that good to me. Like, several players better than Eli Manning, but he'll get a ton of the spotlight because the NFL is promoting that genetic Archie, Peyton, Eli thing. Donovan McNabb, around that same time Mike Vick got signed, he had a 12-year contract for $115 million. So Mike Vick was just like, if the quarterback position is the hardest position to play, then, and he was getting paid more than the best quarterbacks, quote unquote, in the league, he's the best quarterback in the league. He's the best player in the league. He's the best football player in the league. You know what I mean? So, man, I was happy for the dude. You know what I'm saying? I was happy for the dude, and this was the hype. This was the hype right there. Mike Vick was the highest paid athlete in NFL history. So, immediately, it seems like immediately after that, that's when he got into the dogfighting situation. You know what I mean? The dogfight. And let me not over minimize that. That's illegal. I'm sure he knew it was illegal. You know what I mean? I'm sure he knew it was illegal. And beyond it being illegal, I mean, when I look into a dog's eyes, I mean, they animals still, but like, they know they have feelings and they can express them. Their feelings can be hurt. Dogs can be happy. You can be as a pet owner. You can be a part of a dog's happy life, or you could be part of a dog's miserable life. You know what I mean? So, and that does count. And he got busted for dog fighting, and it was illegal. It had a certain punishment with it, and he earned that
punishment. Touchdowns win. What? Touchdowns win. It don't matter what you're saying, baby. Touchdowns win. Line up in position, shotgun from begin, hold the running back. And yo, you go block him that's coming on the blitz. We control the line of scrimmage, cause my old line's grim. Laser shot over the top, the cornerback's rim. And if it was Deshaun, then we gon' end, baby. Touchdowns win. If he was covered, it's still cool. I got him for 20. If they nickels and dimes get too loose, Ben had the boogie bouncing, look the safety off down win. Baby touchdowns win. Eagle of falcon wings, an outstretched wing till it glide. Eagle eye on the touchdown thing. Got the arm laser cannon and I let it out beam. If I must, I can manage, cause my check downs mean. Will first down it. Eat up some clock on the ground. Panther pounds quick, another touchdown win. That's 21 points before the half, and we looking past 42 to science. Then change up the math, they tried to tame it behind bars, but touchdowns add to a team on his bank account. Let them out cash. Money when I'm on the move, though, much more than the pocket stuck watching for the boom to get lower. I got abilities around it, overthrew and ground, and facts, touchdowns win. Yeah, touchdowns win. My baby, touchdowns win. What? Touchdowns win. It don't matter what you're saying, baby, touchdowns win. Make my parents from behind the eye that know it's touchdown time. The stadium is undermined, reflection of the freedom mind. Instinct infinity combined. Instant forever stabilized. Set my sights on that end zone chime. Familiar feeling on the spot.